Hey kids! Welcome to my channel Easy Paintings by Ishita. I welcome you all to my channel and I'm pretty excited today as we have a very fun session planned for finger painting. So let's get started with it, and let me tell you that this is a very easy thing to do. We will just need few brushes, sketch pens and our fingers to make it. So it will be very quick, easy and turn out beautiful. But before we proceed to today's painting, let us see the stars of our last week who has submitted all of the paintings done last week. So last week we had done this easy dolphin drawing plus painting tutorial. If you have not checked it out, I will put a link on the top on the I button. Kindly check out the tutorial for last week. So let's see the submissions. So our first submission is from Ayan. He has submitted this from US and he is 9 years old. Then we have Chinmay. He is 8 years old, again from US. Then we have Sneha. She is 5 years old and she has submitted this painting from US. Then we have Ryan. He is 6 years old and he is also from US. This is Ria. She is 8 years of age. She has submitted this from US again. And this is 5 years old Sanjana. And previously we had submissions from Adya. She has followed one of the tutorial which is 10 plus. I will put the link on the top. You can check that out. And along with Adya, even Dhanya has followed the same painting with the help of Q-tips, and she has come up with her own painting which I absolutely loved. And this is Naisha. This is the previous painting for the flying house. I will put the link on the top. You can check it out. And this was our Mother's Day submission from Adya. Even the link will be available on top for you to check. And this was the first tutorial for the sea turtles. This is a submission from Shirin. And this was a modern art followed by my tutorial. She is Anishka from India. And this was a sunflower field painting I had done. And this is Ashrita. She's 12 years of age. She has done it beautifully. So thank you so much, my dear students. Y'all are doing wonderfully and you are the people who encourage me every week to come back with a new video. So thank you so much for the submissions, and under the detail I will put in how you can submit it on my email ID. And today we will do this finger painting tutorial which is very easy and lots of fun. So for this we will just need few things: our fingers and the fingertips, along with that a drawing book, and just few more things that we would need, which will be a pencil, a pen. I have used a black pen with a fine tip. If you don't have it, you can use any other pen you have. And I have picked up few crayons and few sketch pens, mostly green in color. And as this will be a watercolor painting, we will be needing a paper towel. So you can just keep that next to your drawing book. And I have taken some watercolor of my daughter. You can use any watercolor you have. And the main thing for the watercolor is the water. So I've taken a little cup, there's a little ladybug there, and I'll put in some water in it. And the last thing we will need is a paintbrush. So let's begin. So we would need a pencil. The first thing we will do is we will make few boxes inside which we will learn to make each elements. So I'm making a line and I'll divide the section into two. I'm making another line. So on the first box, we will first get used to the watercolor painting technique. So on the first box, we will be doing something that we had already done last week. So with the help of our tips, we will make some balloons. So I'm wetting the tips of my fingers with water, and I have selected a blue color for the balloons. You can select any other color you want. So just dab it onto the color and let's start dabbing it onto the paper. So wet your finger with the color and one more. Again, repeat the process. Alright, so with blue, I have made few dots and I'm cleaning up my fingers by again wetting my fingers into the water. And now I'm thinking of taking one more color to make few other color balloons. So with purple, let's make few more. I'm cleaning off my finger and now I'm taking orange. So I'm cleaning off my fingers. So kids, you can see it is just looking like a dab of colors, right? So now to make it a shape, we have to be using a fine tip black pen. If you get blue color, you can use blue or you can use a pencil, whatever is available with you. So let's start shaping these dots. Before shaping, the blob of color with water needs to be dry, okay? Otherwise, the pen's ink will bleed. So I'm just drying it with the help of my dryer. If you don't have a dryer, you can just wait for a few seconds until your paint is dry. Okay, so it's dry now. And now let's start shaping it into a teardrop shape. Remember, we had done this last week. Okay, so we have shaped it. Now let's make the strings. Alright, all the strings are done. Let me just make a bow at the bottom. So, our balloons are done. Isn't it easy? I'm teaching you the easiest first so that we know the technique and we'll be comfortable moving on to the elements, the main elements for our today's painting. Let me also show you one other way to make some balloons. I've taken some red and I'll be putting it in a crisscross shape. Does it look like a heart to you? So I'm making some heart-shaped balloons. So kids, keep wetting your fingers, okay? Only after wetting it with water, dab it onto the color. Dry hands will not put any color onto the paper. So I'm drying this out now. Let's make the strings. So let's shape it in a heart shape. And make the strings. So kids, this is also a very nice little painting for making cards. For example, if you would like to give somebody a happy birthday card, you can just make these balloons and say happy birthday on top of the card. So these are the two types we have done, and now let's move on to our main painting. Okay, so here I will be dividing the section of this page into 4 parts so that we can learn to make 4 elements. So let's make a line and let's begin. So I'm dividing the section into one part and the other. So now we have 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So onto the first box, let's make the first element, which will be a flower, because our painting is a flower painting. So I've taken a green marker, and let me first begin by making a stem. So this is the easiest flower we will be doing first. Okay, the common flower that we normally make. So I have wetted my finger and I have first made the center point in red. Then I've taken yellow color and I am making the petals around it. Okay, so the petals are almost dry, and now I'm making the design with the black pen. I'm shaping the petals. So our flower is done. Now let's move on to the next flower. Again, let's begin by making the stem. Okay, my tip is broken, so let me do it once again. And this flower we are trying to make is a poppy. So we will be making like 4 petals only. So for that, I'm taking red. I have made the center point. Again, I'm taking some more red. And we are doing the petals now. Just angle your hand in a way you get these 2 separate petals. One at the bottom, the other at the bottom. Alright, so our 4 petal flower is ready. Let's outline it now. Kids, you have to wait here for a while. Let the first layer get dry, only then use your pen. Otherwise the black will bleed into the water of your watercolor. And I'm making few dots in the center and few pollens. So our poppy is done. Now let's move on to the other flower. This will be the lilac. So remember, first we'll make the stem. And for the lilac flower, we need to be using blue, purples and pink. So I am taking blue. And I'll start to dab it on. So lilac is normally white at the bottom and it becomes narrow on the top. So remember that shape and start doing it. Now I'm using purple color, or you can use pink color, whatever you have. I'm just putting in some purple, and our pretty lilac is almost done. Isn't this looking pretty? So colorful and cute. Now let's move on to the last one, and again we'll make the stem, and this one is the dandelion flower that we are making. So I'm just making the center, and I'm just trying to make a star kind of a shape, so like 4 corners, 1 2 3 4, and let's fill up the insides as well. Alright, so the center is now filled, and I will be making a colorful dandelion, okay? So we can use any color of your choice for making this dandelion. So let's see which one do I pick. Okay, I've taken some blue. With some other colors. You can choose the color of your choice. So I'll be using blue, pink, yellow, red for this one. Just filling up the center with some light green color. You can skip it if you want. So our 4 flowers are done. Normal yellow color, poppies, some dandelions and some lilac. Alright, so our normal poppies, lilac and dandelions are done. Now, kids, we are done with the first part of learning the elements. I would now like you to take a break. Come back after a short break with having some snack, okay? We will then do the final painting. Bye-bye. Welcome back, kids. So now we will begin our painting session. For this, take your drawing book, and this is the scenery of a spring summer, okay? So for that, we will be making the background blue with a little sun, a little cloudy weather, so not a lot of sunshine, but mostly it's blue clouds, okay? So let's start to color. I've taken a thick brush, and with watercolor I have mixed in blue, and I'll be doing the background blue. Let's make the sun now with yellow color. Now my sun is almost dry, so I am just blending the outsides of the sun to give it a blurred effect. And once that is done, we will now proceed to make the grass. So I have taken the flat brush and I will be using the pointy edge, not the flat edge, but the pointy edge, and go straight up and make the grasses like this. Now once the dark green is used, I am now picking up light green color and I will do the same grasses once again. So it will be two different colors. You can use one more green if you have any other green. Now I will be making some tall grasses. These are specially done for the lilacs because lilac sticks are super long and straight. So with the same corner of the brush, let's do the straight lines. Now as the sticks are made, I will now be coloring it. So I'm picking up a little of blue and let's start dabbing. Remember, the top of the lilac is always a little narrow and the bottom is always broad. I'm just drying it up with the help of a hair dryer. At this point, you can just wait until the first layer dries up and then we will proceed to make the next set of flowers. Now I've taken a marker and I will be marking some points for our other flowers. So below the lilac, I'm making the dandelion star, like star shape, and let's make few more dandelions. Now you can choose the color of the dandelion that you want. So I'm mixing a little of purple, red and yellow. You can use any color you want. As the dandelions are now done, I have the leftover pinks, so I am blending it onto the lilacs. Next we will be making some poppies. So I have taken red color and with 4 petals I'll be making the poppies. Now as the flowers are drying, I have taken the black pen and I'm just making the stems once again with black. And also outlining each flower so that it retains its shape. Now let's make the yellow flowers. For that I'm just making a few center points of orange, and later I will apply the yellow petals outside. And now we will be shaping the petals with black color. Now the flowers are done, but the bottom of the grass looks like white. So at the bottom I am again applying a layer of dark green and light green color. and I'm just covering up the white space at the bottom. You can do this, you can step this step, it's as per you. Now here the top part is looking very blank, so I'll be making few bumblebees. For that I have taken yellow color and I'll just put some fingerprints. Let's give this bumblebee the shapes. I had forgotten to click the record button while doing the 3 other bumblebees, but yeah, thank God I saw it on time. So let's make the stripes, the wings on the top, the eyes, and the little antennas and little feet. And now as this is done, let's make the trail for these bumblebees. So just random dots. Alright, so our painting is now complete. This fingerprinting technique looks as if we have used a paintbrush. So I'm very pleased with how it turned out and I hope you are liking it as well. So kids, I will be waiting to see your artwork. My email ID is mentioned onto the description. Kindly ask your parents to send me your copies, or you can also send it on Facebook or Instagram. All the details are provided under the description of this video. Okay, and if you all know of any other friends who would like to make these or take these Saturday sessions for our painting classes, definitely let them know about it. Share this video with them. So like this video, comment below how you like it, and kindly share it with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel Easy Paintings by Ishita. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Bye bye. See you next Saturday.